Assalamualaikum and hi everyone. My name is Aisyah Kamila binti Hasan. I am 16 years old. I was born on 3 October 2004 at Hospital Tanah Merah. I got 8 siblings and I am the 7th. When I have free times, I always draw and play sketches. When I do these things, I can release my stress and tension. Sometimes, I will go to see the cows at the end of my village. I really enjoy talking to the animals because they are good listeners. Once in a while, I will go to the beach because I can forget all my problems when I go there. In school, I really enjoy admat subject. It is because admat subject is so challenging and it requires a high thinking skill. Thus, I really like my admat teacher. Actually, before, but I quit that dream. This is because I knew that I'm scared of blood and I cannot see animals in pain. I will cry with them too. Okay, so in my life, there is a principle that I will always follow and remember. It was said by my mother. She told me that when I give more, I will give more. My parents raised me with full of love and always teach me about good things, such as help people with their problems and be kind to everyone. Sometimes, although I'm tired, I will still help my friends with their studies and homeworks. Although I'm tired sometimes, I will still help my friends with their homeworks. Before, I always went home at 6 o'clock, although the school and at 3 o'clock. My friends and I will make a study group to discuss everything about the subject. I really enjoy teaching my friends admat subject, physics, and chemistry. So I never regret my decision to be a part-time teacher without getting any salary at school. It is because when I teach people, I teach myself too. But due to the corona, I can stay at school for too long. So I hope I can keep this positive attitude until the end of my life. That's all about my introduction. Okay, thank you. A book review for today. It is not often that one finds a novel as mysterious and as full of unexpected surprises as Mystery of the Burning Cottage, a book by M. Naden Neswari. This book was published on 2007 by Penerbitan Germa Insan Sendirian Berhad and it contains 126 pages. The price of this book is very affordable, which is 10 ringgit. Synopsis of the book. Bob was new to the Sunshine Village and at first the other children thought that he is showing off. They also weren't so nice to him. However, as they got to know him, they became good friends. The story begins when there was a burning cottage in the Sunshine Village. It was Mr. Marty's cottage. During the incident, Mr. Marty was not at home, but he was already on his way home after going to Nevada. When he arrived, he cried, saying that all his letters got burned inside the cottage. After the incident of the burning cottage happened, the Intelligent Five was formed. All of them just aged 10 until 13 years old. Okay. There were Johnny and his sister Maria, Sam and his sister Sarah, and Bob, who also known as Robert Broderick Baxter and his dog Kiko. It is surprising just how many people were at the scene of the crime on the night of the fire, and the children have to try to sort out who was the real culprit. Although there was already Mr. Gun, the local policeman who was in charge in this case, the Intelligent Five still investigated this case with a burning spirit without getting any help from the elder. The Intelligent Five started their first meeting at Sam's Garden at 2 o'clock. They started by identifying those who were around at the cottage. So, they went to find some clues at the burning cottage. A few minutes later, they found out the way that was used by the criminal. They also found out a piece of grey cotton stuck on a thorn. They believe it might belong to the culprit. The criminal's footprint also has been detected. Bob drew the footprint in his book. They investigated the clues and looked out for the suspects for many days. Just as it seemed that the Intelligent Five were going to finally solve this case, they suddenly need to stop. It is because their parents and Mr. Marty, the owner of the burning cottage, has knew about their hidden mission. In short, they had tried so hard to catch the criminal, but it was all in vain. All of their time and hard work were useless. Then, their parents asked them to go to apologize to Mr. Marty. After that, something unexpected happened. They have found out the real culprit was. Thanks to Bob's intelligence and a little help from the investigator that they bumped on the riverbank, they managed to catch Mr. Marty, the one who was behind this all. Actually, when they were apologizing to Mr. Marty, a jet was flew into the sky. As he was interested to it, Mr. Marty said that the total of jets that have flown for this week were 7. Bob found it was strange because how could Mr. Marty know about it when he was in Nevada a couple days ago? Finally, Mr. Marty was thrown into the jail. He burned his own cottage just to get money from his burning letters, which were insured. The journey of the Intelligent Five has just started, as there will be many challenges more to come in the other series of the Intelligent Five adventure. As for me, the strength of this book is the storyline. From the beginning until the end, the story always gives me surprises. Next, there are also some illustrations in this book which make the readers become more excited to read it. Hence, this will avoid them from being sleepy and bored when reading this book. As you can see, the book is quite thin and people can bring it anywhere and anytime they want. In my opinion, the weakness of this book are the little amount of the illustration and the pictures was not that realistic. If there were more illustration plus colorful illustration, I'm sure that this book gonna be a big hit. Next, the gap between each paragraph should be widened so that the readers could understand the story easier, so that the readers would know that the author does not plagiarize and copy someone's creation. Overall, this book develops a very interesting and creative story that can blow up each person's mind. This book is very suitable for those who like to brainstorm and think outside the box. This book is also good for anyone who like friendship and hardworking stories. It can be read by every age. Therefore, I would recommend this book for everyone out there. I'm sure that after you read this book, you will not regret it. Out of 5 stars, I would like to give this book at least 4.5. Coronavirus disease 2019, or more known as COVID-19, a novel pneumonia disease originating in Wuhan, was confirmed by the World Health Organization on January 12, 2020, before becoming an outbreak in all countries. A stringent screening process at all airports in Malaysia was enforced as the first case outside China was reported in Thailand. Up to April 14, 2020, Malaysia had reported Up to April 14, 2020, Malaysia had reported 2 waves of COVID-19 cases, with the first wave ending successfully within less than 2 months. In early March 2020, the second wave occurred with worrying situations. Malaysian citizens did not initially realize how deadly the virus is. On January 25, 2020, Malaysia showed no intention of banning travelers from China, although China had already quarantined the entire population of 11 million in Wuhan due to the deadly virus. Malaysians were also not well prepared to fight the pandemic, mainly because of the political crisis that was happening at the same time, and also because they were assured that the virus would not spread that easy in Malaysia. However, with the number of positive COVID-19 cases in Malaysia increasing in less than a week from 99 on March 8 to 200, with the first two deaths reported in mid-March, Malaysians began to panic. Consequently, the government took many steps to alleviate the mass panic and protect the health of Malaysian citizens. The Ministry of Health played a crucial role in ensuring maximum readiness to contain the spread of the virus. One of the earliest efforts taken by the MOH was the enforcement of health screening at all points of entry. This was done due to further enhance among tourists and locals returning from abroad. Next, the step that was taken by the government to overcome the spread of COVID-19 was increasing the number of participating hospitals, meaning that the collaboration between government hospitals such as Hospital Sungai Buloh, Hospital Sultanah Nur Zahirah, and Hospital Kuala Kangsar with private hospitals such as Arada Mansara Medical Center and Aman Jaya Specialist Center. On March 18, the government had decided to enforce an MCO, which is Movement Control Order, due to increasing number of COVID-19 patients. Besides, the government also set up special fund known as the COVID-19 to raise some money to be channeled to the patients. Through this fund, Through this fund, 100 ringgit was given daily to those who had no source of income throughout the quarantine period. Next, a provisional hospital was set up in Agro Exposition Park, Serdang, Maets. During this period, there were 3,000 nurses returned as volunteers. In the meantime, the government also had urged the remaining participants who attend the tabligh gathering at Seri Petale Mosque to come forward for tests and screening. Last but not least, the government always providing sufficient and up-to-date information to the public through three major platforms, which are the websites, Telegram, and Facebook. This step is still carried out until today to remind and let people know how to prevent COVID-19 from keep on spreading. Overall, I am 100% satisfied with this action that was taken by the Malaysian government. So Malaysian, let us work hand in hand and together we win the battle against COVID-19. That's all from me. Thank you.